From gear-intensive day trips to lightweight backpacking adventures or traveling abroad, the Mountainsmith Mayhem 35 is a versatile option for your next trip. Let's take a look at all of its features. I'm going to turn the pack around and take a look at the suspension system. We've got very lightweight and minimal Mountainsmith suspension system with an anvil airway back panel. So we do have a rounded spring steel frame for the pack. It's going to provide structure and flexibility, and there is a PE frame sheet for some extra protection against the back from those larger, heavier, or sharper items. We do have a nice ridged foam back panel for some extra cushion and support, and it's kind of reduced in the middle to create that anvil airway channel to really promote airflow and breathability so your back doesn't get too sweaty during your next trip. We do have some really soft shoulder straps here with nice air mesh so that it's really breathable. It really creates a nice airflow in the shoulders, and it's got softer edges so that it reduces chafing among the neck and shoulders. We have a nice foam hip belt as well. It's not heavily structured, but it is enough to help transfer that load down to the hips. So you've got that really nice foam down there as well for extra breathability and extra comfort. So really nice suspension system with the Mayhem 35 here. Turning the pack back around, we'll take a look at the main access point for the Mayhem 35. We've got a really neat access point for this pack. It's kind of a hybrid loading system. So you do have a top loading system, but it can be extended all the way down the side of the pack to create a really wide opening. So if I take our main zipper here and kind of open it about halfway, you can see that it's kind of a traditional top loading pack. It's like a hybrid panel loading, top loading system. Can really access those items that are on top very easily and very quickly. But if you need to get to something that's in the middle of the pack, you can undo the side compression strap here and extend that zipper even further down. So I'll take that zipper here and just keep on unzipping, and it really opens up very, very wide. So you can see I've got a couple of stuff sacks in here just to show some sizing, but really nice wide opening, lets you get to the gear you need and get to it quickly without everything just spilling out onto the ground. So I really like that hybrid system. It's a really nice loading system for the Mayhem 35. I'm gonna take a look at some of the other pockets and additional storage features we have on the Mayhem 35. So first thing we can see is a large front stretch pocket here. So that's a really nice pocket, and it's got these two clips or attachments that are gonna allow to compress the pack, so you can really compress it down there. But if you want to extend those or expand them, it really makes that front pocket a lot larger. So you can store any extra layers out there, potentially a climbing helmet if you're going to take this pack climbing, but it really extends that front pocket nicely so you can have bigger items in there, and they are protected by this flap on the side so they don't fall out of the sides. Really nice additional feature there that I like. It's gonna create a very versatile storage system on the outside of the pack. And when you don't need to expand it, you can just compress those straps and keep everything nice and tight. So like that front pocket, it's really nice there. We do have a smaller hood pocket. So up on the hood, there is a nice small pocket, easy to access gear. You do have a key clip in there. So if you wanna make sure your keys don't get lost in your pack, you can just store that up there in that smaller lid pocket. On the side of the pack, we do have a kind of vertical stash pocket. So if I unzip that, it's kind of a deeper stash pocket there, so you can store some extra items, whether they're documents traveling or, just some extra things you may need on the trail that you want to access easily. That side vertical pocket is a really nice place to store those small things. Down on the bottom of one of the sides of the pack, we do have a kind of tilted water bottle pocket with a pull tab to tighten it up. So you can store your water bottle in there at an angle. Makes it a lot easier to reach behind you and grab it out when you're on the trail, on the move. And for smaller bottles, you can cinch that down, make sure it doesn't fall out while you're hiking, and it'll certainly fit those larger water bottles as well. On the other side, we do have just a traditional water bottle pocket or stretch mesh pocket. So you can see I've got my water bottle in here now. Really nice and big pocket, easy to store some other gear there as well if you need to. And we do have an over-under compression strap system. So right now, down at this buckle here, you can see I've got the compression strap routed under, but you can undo that and route it over the top to cinch down whatever is in that pocket. So really versatile system there. I like that over-under compression. On the front of the pack, we do have some daisy chain attachment points here. We've got some tool loops down at the bottom and those bungee tie-offs for the tools. So you can store a ton of gear on the outside, lash it to these daisy chains, and your ice tools or your hiking poles or your mountaineering axes, you can lash to those points on the outside there. Back on the suspension side, we do have a stretchy hip belt pocket. So you do have some storage options on the pocket, and we have a zipped hip belt pocket on the other side. So definitely some storage bonuses on the hip belt portion of the pack. And it is a hydration compatible pack as well. So we do have a small port at the top here to route a hose through, and there is an internal sleeve where you can store the reservoir. So extra bonus for the hydration system there. Nice additional feature for the Mayhem. And there you have it for those gear-intensive trips for the day or those lightweight backpacking adventures. The Mountainsmith Mayhem 35 is full of features and is ready for your next adventure.